Okay, so we're here again for another hot topic.
Sizzling
hot topic. And we're going to be showing you a video now, and we'll be back to share our views.
The Nigerian bank, and I'm here today. I'm 72. I can say what I like. If you take me to court, you are wasting your money. Because I intend to talk about even investments, why you should do real estate and not all these buying shares in bank. Because I lost about 200 million in Nigerian banks, bought 200 million naira worth of shares and didn't sell it for 30 million. If I had used that money to buy land, I don't even need to cut the grass. And I'm not talking of wonder banks. I'm talking of the ones that are in existence today. And every time their shares go down, the MDs and founders go up. How come?
Okay, number one, this video is really enlightening. The conversation that Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo had on that podcast was really enlightening, in my opinion. Brought so many things to light. In his 72 years that he has lived, he has an understanding of what works and what would not work, based on his experience and all that. And investmenting that is even giving us a guide as to how to invest, what to invest in, what to avoid, what to invest in. Is really eye-opening, and I'm glad that it's coming from a pastor. It means that he has an understanding of how to grow his wealth, and he can give us a template of what to do, of what to follow. So I really, really love it. So you look amazing to be 72. Actually, celebrate coming into that.
72 looks good.
72 looks good on you, sir.
Big shout out to Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo.
Big shout out to you.
Amazing.
What are your thoughts on that, Nakali?
Well, personally, I would, like I said, big shout out to him because if you watch the full podcast, the longer one, you see he shared a lot. And if you followed Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo, he's very vast when it comes to matters of finance, investment. So this now brings me to the comment section because we get to talk about that a lot today. Because it was all fun and good until we entered the comment, and I'm like, did you listen to the same thing? Is it that we saw something or you guys saw something that we did not see? I mean, full of nasty stuff. But the crux is the same narrative now. Pastors, rich pastors collecting money from poor members, the flawed narrative. And it just is funny, right? First of all, now, this man is a pastor, but has vast knowledge in so many other things. So this man is a valuable man. Go do your research, check online. Pastor Mathew speaks at leadership trainings, speaks at seminars, world summits. I mean, he's invited and he's paid huge sum of money for those things. So this is not just someone that is telling you, God bless you, God will increase you. No. This is a man of value. So if you wonder how someone like that got 200 million to invest, think again. It's value. The same way you get money, the same way most men of God also get money. Value. What they offer is value. So before you are crying in the comment section and saying things that are really counterintuitive, you should think again. These people are not broke. But then again, what do I know?
People were really crying in the comments. So let's take some from TY. Hot tears. I was really peppering them. Like, go and make your money.
So I have here that you cashed out from us. Bank cashed out from you.
Wait, who is the us first? Because
I'm sure.
Even the us they are talking about this brother. Let's ask all this. I don't know who the person is. When last you pay tithe?
When last you go to church?
Who says that this money is from the tithe?
Yes. Who says the money of tithe and offering goes to the pastor? We just say things that we know nothing about. And it's propagated. And we need to shut down these narratives because this is the mindset that in a new generation will rise with the notion that
need to be careful.
This is the template. And I think that is what is affecting them now because there was a generation, that kind of portrayed and is affecting. So if you check, the pastors that are coming now, you will see that the narrative has totally changed because we have pastors that are, financially stable, and the church and the ministry is also financially stable.
And even before they got called into the ministry.
Exactly. And, they've been trying to give us these possibilities to see that, yes, you can actually be financially free as a pastor or in any sector you are, and, the ministry can also function financially well, without the two tackling together.
I think you were trying to read the comment.
Yes, I was.
Before I interject.
So, okay, let me start from the beginning. It said, you cashed out from us, bank cashed out from you. What goes around do come around. You dey see people's future problems, but couldn't see your own. Make una dey try. Make una dey. Nigeria will eventually caught up with all of us.
Caught up. Can you imagine? You need to work on.
Should we even talk about the bad English?
I'm sorry. You need to work on that, please.
If we look critically at these things, the logic is flawed. Logic is flawed. You are saying, first of all, you are claiming that it's us you cash out from, and then this counter. Number one, in business, anybody that is in business knows that when you're in business, you have bad days. Not everything
Certainly,
goes on.
50-50.
The laws that governs business is not necessarily the laws that governs the realm of the spirit. Don't come and be blackmailing or gaslighting a man of God. That lost money.
And as if he's not human too.
I mean, it was supposed to be a good investment. Investing in shares is one of the good investment, but somehow if it failed for some reasons, and that's why he's calling it out. And then it's so insensitive for people to now say that God, why didn't God show him? Why didn't God show you? All the things that happened.
And I feel like he said two things in that podcast, and he mentioned shares and real estate. People should learn to actually, should I say, pick wisdom from things. Pick the good. You should know that it should call your attention to the fact that shares might not really be a good idea. Why not invest in real estate? Do you get? So people are just because he's a pastor, any form of attack is
PJ,
what they are in for.
Usually people watch once he has to do anything with pastors, people watch it from the end, from the back.
From the back.
Yes, so they are not
picking from the middle.
I mean, this man could have just saved someone that's about to make an investment in millions, a lot of money. It's not like shares are bad, but he's saying that he's trying to make the point clear that it might not be as sure
as real estate.
He said, even if I don't cut the grass, just having that piece of property, give it time over that span of years, it should have appreciated. So that's what you should. I don't know how what you were hearing is, how did you get it?
I think the wisdom of investing is understanding what you are investing in. And for Pastor Mathew, he understood his investment in real estate more than he understood in shares. So that's why he was like, I would have invested in real estate because he had a full understanding of. So it's not about, I think
the main point of contention now is, why are pastors investing?
And with which money are they investing? Lewa, do you have some of this?
Okay, well, I think I do.
I mean, I saw some of those comments and I couldn't believe that people
Somebody here said pastors are investing heavily and members are waiting for miracles.
Again, dear brother, or was it a lady that said that?
A brother.
Speak for yourself. Are you the one waiting for miracles? Really, I want us to just always draw all our opinions from sure end. Don't just, talk independently and then run off with a certain opinion and think you can get away with it. There are principles that govern life. The law of seed and harvest. There are miracles that happen in life. Do you understand? At the end of the day, you want to make sure. The truth is, so many people actually believe in miracles than they should work. Are we disputing that? No, it's a flawed perspective or a flawed way to live life. Not wanting to put in the work and just thinking miracle will fall on you and become a millionaire.
That's not a wise thing
wrong.
To do.
Again, Pastor Mathew coming out to talk about wealth, to talk about finances, and to show us what to do and not to do is it's a breath of fresh air. So you see, and even from what we see him do with his church, he's growing a set of he's growing a set of kingdom-minded culture shapers in that congregation. Again, we'll also now be saying that is it everybody in that church that stands for what he does and also believes in investing and growing their wealth. Might not be everybody, but don't always pick one opinion and run off with it and say and generalize that church people are waiting for miracles.
And I think he has the mindset that all members are poor. Not all members are actually poor. They are people now in the church who are members that are actually very, in fact, let me say, like, give it like 60-50% of,
the truth is,
financially stable people aside the pastor. So
the logic
it is like that in church,
member.
and it is also like that outside church. So we have a lot of poor people outside that are not even, going to church. So we cannot really generalize.
The logic is flawed. Look at this. You claim that the members are poor, right? Members are poor. That's the narrative. Church people are poor. Christians are poor. Then who is now giving the money?
So how is he getting the
money? If you are claiming that the pastor is getting money, how is he now getting it? How are the poor members able to give? If you are poor, do you have what to give? It's counterintuitive because you are saying one thing, you are saying another thing, and all we are hearing is venom. You're not making any sense. It doesn't make sense, right? The truth of it, right? I was trying to say this, right? If you go to a Bible-believing church, and thank God, big shout out to churches out there. God is raising a new crop of people. Across board. You will notice how that churches are very intentional about rounded teachings. So we are not just teaching things of faith, of healings, of miracles, of salvation, of our walk with God. We're also teaching other dimensions, other ramifications of life, because God has blessed us everything that pertains to life and godliness. So the aspect of life so you see churches organize business seminars, even though they get dragged.
Seminars for creatives.
It's still people that will drag them. Same churches organize seminars for creatives. Same churches organize seminars for medical practitioners. You have church community groups that caters to different ramifications, work endeavors of life, and people are still not satisfied. So the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, there's nothing. It's the spirit of the last days. People, it's the spirit of the last days. People will just rise. The Bible called them wicked and unreasonable men. They will just be all. The Bible says, "For not all men have faith." So that people are coming to lambast men of God in the comment section, it just shows that they fall into that category.
Yeah, you will still see people say, no, pastor should do full-time ministry. The same people will say, why are pastors making this much? Or where is he getting the money from? You see,
same people are saying pastor should not do full time. Pastor should work so that you will not be
begging
what do you really want? My generation. Let's have a conversation.
At the end of people, you can't please everybody.
That's and I think one of the major reasons why we are speaking out today on Trends on this particular topic is to dead that notion, is to dead that mindset that once a pastor has money, he's getting it from tithe and offering, or he's swindling his members. Should we even talk about the blessings of God? Should we even talk about the fact that
doing his work?
Do you know how that people? Not everybody is as stingy as you. I'm just saying there are people that have been blessed. I'm serious. There are people that have been blessed, and in return will bless the person back because it is value. The natural principle of getting money. What is the principle? You exchange value for value, right?
Also, we should not forget that pastors themselves give to their ministries. So it is not just members that give. Pastors. In fact, there are some pastors that are the highest givers in their church.
True.
It's not about.
But then, who will ever want to come and hear those statistics? They will not hear it. It's the one that concerns, scrutiny toward the church that people will amplify. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Just rest. Take a chill pill.
And people that like to drag. One day, there's going to be so many tables will be turned. I always tell people, if it's easy, just try. Just attempt it now.
Two people. Just carry 2 people.
I believe Pastor Mathew has been in ministry for more than 30 years.
30.
Do you understand?
Close to 50 years.
Okay.
He's 72.
Do you
close
see?
To 50 years
Do you see? So we want to now start making a reference to a man who has built. Consistently. I look at the likes of T.D. Jakes as well. These men they're not your conventional pastors. He has gone into movie production. Wait, let's say bring it home. Apostle Iren released a movie and people had issues with it.
Yes.
We want to see people who are shaping culture and actually.
Why
pastors shooting movies?
Why should they?
This is a generation where the norms and the narratives have changed. You can't find a church rat anymore. We're so sorry. And then it's paining some people that let's stay in that stereotype. Pastors should remain poor. And then they should just not, make wealth or go outside the 4 walls of church. No, we're shaking and moving culture. That's what we're all about.
Many times when people look for a way to explain off why they are poor, explain their poverty off, they try to blame it on someone. So when someone asks you, why is your life like this? Someone will say, give excuse like, I came from a dysfunctional family. My mother left me. People like to deflect reasons. And now one of the most thriving reasons people can give is church. Because I'm saying, how does a church, take for example, a church build a 100-seater capacity? People are directly equating it to why the nation is poor. How? Is it that the church went to the government purse and dipped their hands in? Is it that the government put? Is it that the church put armed robbers on the road to be collective? What are you saying exactly? Are you really? It's not making cohesive sense.
It isn't.
It's not making cohesive sense, right? And that's what we are. That's what we are all against here. Speaking this hour about this, right? PJ.
Okay, so I would like us to just tie this up really nicely at this point. So I'll just be having us, share our views, our final thoughts. So Lewa.
Okay, I would say that people should learn how to ask questions. If you know that you need clarity in some areas, ask questions. Don't just, conclude and jump in.
Open mind. It's not everybody asking questions. They don't want
to. Okay, well, I want to believe that they are coming with that. They should come with that mindset. Ask questions if you don't know, and if there is nothing to actually say, you can just not ask questions rather than, dragging pastors and pouring out venom and all of that. We can do better, please.
Do better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lewa. Nakali.
Well, I'll just say that since they don't drag pastors, since they don't
since the day of John the Baptist.
See, the truth is that they have just been talking and putting on. These men are not going down. Mm-hmm. Talking about it does not reduce them. It's still you that when they want to do giveaway, you are the ones in the comment section saying.
And I'm sorry, I think that the most people that even give are silent givers.
Yes, no.
They don't loud it. True. Actually, yes. They don't loud it.
Yeah.
They don't loud
because nobody will give. Really, if you really give, you won't be out here crying and all that. That brother that was saying that you collected our money. Is it your money? You who collected money from you? No, it's not possible.
True,
and if you have obligation according to scripture, if you give your tithe and your offering, there is a clear definition of what these things are done or what are done with this money. I mean, the tithe, the offerings, every kind of giving that is given to church. That's why there's a structure.
Yeah.
There are admins. Nothing goes to the pastor's pocket. Now, it doesn't mean that there are not places where things happens. We are not disputing the fact that bad eggs exist, but it happens everywhere. But what I'm trying to say is that there are always bad eggs in every sector.
Yeah.
But you cannot use that to make a general statement, beating your chest and saying as though that is fact.
So that's what's happening in this situation.
If you haven't, taking our time to get your facts straight, don't just come out and spew stuff. It doesn't end well. Tomorrow now you go to the conversation. You see in the comment section saying, do give away for us, go away. That's my final thing.
Yes.
Because I'm not.
And TY.
Okay, so for me, I'll just say that you should get your facts right before you should, say some things, like understand why does this thing work this way? Why is this thing not working this way? Like before you just go out there and just, say things that out of assumptions, be sure of what you want to say.
Thank you so much for joining us today on this hot topic. For me, I would say that in church, I've never seen where the ushers come and pull a gun to your head and say, give your offering, give your tithe. It's not, you're not, don't see it as the church robbing people. Let's end that narrative.
Yes.
People give out of being blessed, and then they've seen the need to also respond
and PJ,
with their resources.
In case you ever go to a church where you are being coerced and manipulated to give, it doesn't mean all churches are like that. You can just separate them from the fool and know that, okay, this is a wrong thing to do. Separate the act, but don't generalize, right? Don't generalize this as this is what the church stands for. But don't generalize as though this is the nature of the church. This is what the church is all about, because people make general statements. You can't just make general statements. It's a heavy thing, right? So
just see people saying, I just want to.
And then we are trying to also end the narrative of one-sided stories, and that's why we're here.
We're telling
the narrative that we stand for, which is the truth, which is for the body. So till we come your way in our next edition of Trends, subscribe to Ambience TV now and hit that notification bell. We're sure to always come to you with trending topics, bringing kingdom perspectives and the truth to you.
Yes. And on IG, I think we have not emphasized that enough. Follow us on IG. I mean, amazing stuff out there.
Happening there. Join you on the conversation.
Amazing stuff, right? So you want to follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. We're also on Twitter,
and
Ambience
TikTok.
TV on TikTok. I mean, across all streaming platforms.
All around.
Search Ambience TV and do well to follow, right? Till we come your way again next time.
Yes.
I know someone is wondering, I did see Sheffield today. Yeah, we have the amazing Tiwa. And I mean, she brought some amazing perspective to this discussion today.
She did.
And we're so delighted to have you with us in the studio.
Thank you.
We should have more of Tiwa and then Sheffield also, right?
We should. We're going to see her more. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.